as you guys sit at the table and you are discussing these things, we go back to Papya and Adorn. What are you guys doing now that you are out of town? It's dark outside. What are you guys doing?
At least
what do we see?
We have to
now
stop.
first?
At least now we can stop smiling, I think. Have we?
True, but फिर भी हंसी आ रहा है मेरे को for some reason. I don't know why. What are we seeing outside of town? Like what's the
It's
So
like a
humans-
few
landscape like?
scattered houses, which not for the most part they seem abandoned. There's no light in them. They're like pretty empty.
Right.
There's like a field as well, like the stuff that you're seeing on the map, something similar. Trees all around, and this like small path that goes through, like goes into the pastures and like the forest and stuff. There's the town wall, the stone wall that is like surrounding, going through the borders of the town.
Like how? Like what's the wall like? Is it like super tall? Is it a manned wall? Is it like just a
You know what?
regular
It's
wall?
around 5 feet or 5.5 feet tall.
Well, that's not too much. Okay.
Yeah.
Barbed wires on top or something
No,
like that,
nothing,
or just
nothing
like a
at
wall?
all. Nothing at all. You can see it's just a wall that's put up more as a formality because this is a village / town, so just to mark the boundary and have at least like the wild animals stay away and just have one or a few dedicated entry and exits into the village than like for protection, so to speak.
Right. So Adorn, do you wanna walk around the wall perhaps and find a weak spot to get inside old Lagpa?
Yep. And I think the faster we do this, the better for us. However,
because-
I do see a house outside the town.
Oh, you mean this close one right next to us?
Yeah.
Yeah. Of
What
course,
if-
Yeah.
I mean, of course, we'll loot it, but what if we
Yeah.
climb over the house and try to see the town?
That's true. You mean like climb on the roof and like just take a look
Right.
at what's inside?
Yeah, just take your look. Maybe we'll see more things. Maybe we'll know how
Sure.
to enter.
We'll have to first make sure that the house is empty first. These houses do look abandoned, but perhaps let's just be safe and check if this house is empty or if there's
If
anyone
there are
inside.
people, then when you know what to do. But yeah, let's
Yeah.
check.
So yeah, are you checking if like there are people
Yeah.
or if there's
Yeah,
anyone
if there's
inside?
if there's any. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't need to roll anything. It's empty for as much as you can see from the outside. There's no light. There's no movement also inside. And from the
there's no
windows,
light,
you can see that it has like a table, a chair, a few chairs and stuff, but nothing else. It's like kind of visible.
Nothing of value inside either.
From where
Inside the
you
house?
stand, no, you can't see.
Alright, we go inside, no? Then just to
We
check.
go. Sure, we go inside. But our objective is to
To
climb.
to climb the roof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
But,
are you
is there
looking for
anything
anything
inside?
or
Yeah, I'm looking for
Uh,
valuables inside.
like,
I'm
are you
gonna
specifically-
climb,
Are
actually.
you specifically searching for them, or just like in one sweep of a look you are trying to?
No, I'm like searching. If it's empty, then I can take my sweet time, right?
Yeah.
I'm like going through stuff, opening drawers, like checking behind
All
if
right,
there's like a
roll
curtain or
roll
anything.
investigation.
Also, meanwhile, Adorn said he's climbing the roof.
I'm climbing the roof. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a 16 investigation.
Okay. So for as you go through the entire thing, you don't really find anything of valuable. Although in one of the cupboard you find like a few pieces of paper which has like some scribblings over it.
Oh,
This is
shit.
written.
What does it? What's
Okay,
what am I seeing
okay.
on
So
the
as you
paper?
pick it up and you read it, it's like more like a letter kind of a thing, which says, "Dear XYZ." You can't really see the name for reasons, and it says, "It's been quite a while since the town has been pretty quiet. Most of the people have already left Old Lagpa, and the people in the newer part of the town don't really seem to wanting to leave. I mean, there's all sorts of weird stuff that's going on. I mean, our house is adjacent to the wall of Old Lagpa, and there's all sorts of sounds and noises coming in. I know that you are away for your education right now, but I want you to know that if by the time you come here and I'm not there, do not enter the town and just head for a place where someone might be able to help you. Or even better, and it's like someone might be able to help you is cut out, and then there's written, actually just go to a place where you can just earn some money. So don't come back here. Signed, mom or mother.
Damn, that's looks like someone's heartbreaking story over here. Clearly, the mom isn't here anymore. I'll take the letter and add it to my. I'll just put it
Write
inside my
one
bag.
sad mother letter in your inventory. Adorn, you are trying to climb the thing, right? Roll
The roof.
roll athletics. Okay. With a 12, you like kind of stumble a bit, like one of the tiles on the roof kind of just slips from below your feet and you kind of fall down again, but you manage to stand on the roof and I think you're like 6 feet tall, right? Roughly, yeah, pretty tall. So as you stand on the roof, you see into like the entirety of old Lagpa, kind of. It's covered with like brownish, blackish smoke, fog, mist kind of a thing. And from where you're now standing, from above, you can see that that mist is kind of like moving in a very particular manner. Like it's like in a circular fashion.
It's rotating, yeah.
Kind of rotating, yes. But it's not very fast. It's not like a tornado or a storm kind of a thing. But it's moving from where you're standing. You also see a few what seem like houses and dead or trees which don't really have any leaves or anything on them. You're muted.
I wanna look at this tree,
Okay?
and I wanna see, I mean, you said the no leaves,
There are no
obviously.
leaves, only branches.
But
and-
how far is the branch from the wall?
It's almost touching the wall.
Okay. Think I found an entry point.
I mean, the wall by itself is only what, like 6 feet, 5 feet tall, no?
Not even
Yeah.
4.5, he said.
No, 5.5 kind of.
Oh,
Yeah, you don't need to jump anywhere to get over the wall, do you? At least in your case, Adorn.
I don't dare. I was more
You could
looking
probably-
for.
Yeah, for
You.
me that kind of helps, but you could probably
Yeah.
backflip over the wall. Would you want to? Do you want to try it?
Back. Why back?
No.
No.
But I mean, we haven't spoken yet. बात क्यों कर रहा था मेरे से? मैं ऊपर हूँ.
I mean,
Oh,
it's
that's
an
true.
empty house, man. Can I not give you awaz?
Like shouting from down below.
I found a note.
What is the note about?
It's a sad mother's note. She
How
died.
old
I
is the
think.
mother?
She died.
How old was she?
I don't no idea. There isn't a photo. Wait, is there a photo of the mother anywhere?
No,
It's like
no.
a family photo. No, nothing. Yeah. There's nothing here. It just says don't go into old Lagpa. That's it. What do you see?
Was it a human mother?
I have no idea.
Anyways, we need to. I think I found a way.
Do you want me to come up?
No, I'll come down.
Okay. I'm just waiting for him to come down.
Yeah, I come down.
Roll athletics while coming down.
Bench.
So it's like a sloped roof, right? With a lot of like tiles, like old school Indian village houses kind of a thing. So as you like try to walk down in like full confidence and stuff, your again another tile just slips from below your feet and just land on your bum on the ceiling and then slide down and just fall straight in front of Papya.
Oh, he's out of the house. Okay.
I would assume like unless how would he like scream? But if he wasn't, I would say he was just exiting the main door and he just fall right in front of him.
Hey, yo. You good? Do you need any help? What? I thought you were
Just-
better
just-
than this, bhai.
No, just poor people's houses. You know how it is. All the
Yeah.
tiles moving.
Fair. I'm not gonna judge you. for your skills right now.
I mean, there's nothing to judge. Come, let's go.
You kind did fall. But, okay, let's just ignore that. But
Do
yeah, okay. So what's the plan?
you maybe perhaps need a boost climbing up this wall like you always do?
I say, like, standing and.
What do you mean
I
What
will-
do you mean? Like I need a boost, like I always do.
Okay, go ahead. Climb the wall.
I'm gonna observe the wall to see if there's any like things where I can hold like like a gap in the stone. It is is it a stone wall or what? What is it?
It is a stone wall, yes, but there's no gap that you can hold. Like you might be able to like place your feet, of course, but nothing for your like hand to actually hold on to. Like it's like those rounded stone walls kind of a thing. Where it's like there's no slots for you to. It's not like rock climbing where there are like small platforms where you can put your hand on and stuff. But you can
Right,
use
so
your plant your feet on the wall and like kind of propel yourself. to
True,
reach the
but
top
just to
or
make
something
things
like that.
easier, just so that I don't fall in front of Adorn and make him judge my sort of
Confidence in yourself.
confidence in my skills and like agility and stuff. I go back into the house and I look for like a what is it, like a small table or a stool or something.
Yeah.
Is there something?
There's like
Let's
a
see.
chair.
Yeah, fine. I'll bring the chair out and then I put it in front of the wall. Stand on top of the chair, and now I'm gonna attempt to jump over the wall in such a way that I don't want to land inside Old Lagpa, but like I sort of want to like hold the wall so I can peep inside and then go in if I want to.
Okay, yeah,
You know-
fair.
you know what
I
I
would
mean,
say
like-
you are able to like peep into like beyond the wall. You
Right,
see
and,
things
yeah.
that I just described to Adorn similarly, but you do not notice the mist or the fog like because you don't have like a higher view. You just see like very immediate kind of mist from where you are and like up to a certain distance. So it's like kind of horizontal and flat, and after a point it just like ends kind of a thing. You don't see it, you don't notice it revolving particularly, rotating, but yeah, you see the same thing. You can clearly see that one tree that Adorn was referring to, which like kind of touches the
Right,
wall.
the one in front of
Yeah, and you also
Uh,
see a few houses inside as well.
Adorn is still not on the wall, right? I mean, he's still standing, right? I mean, he's trying to get back up.
Yeah, I'm just saying the classic chair trick then, as expected.
I'm not physically endowed as you are, when it comes to like length of the body.
And the other things. But
Well,
anyway,
of course,
so
it's
what do you see?
proportional, Adorn.
What do you see?
I just see mist, honestly. I just see some few houses, some dead trees, and mist. That's it. There's not a lot I can look at when you.
That doesn't
what did
scare
you
you,
see
does
when
it?
you got up?
The same things that you described. But the mist is sort of moving in the same circular fashion.
Where the mist is moving?
Yeah,
Is it like moving around a certain house or something?
I haven't seen
Perhaps.
that. I just see it move when I was on top of the house. And I landed very gracefully by the way afterwards.
I don't think gracefully means what you think it does, but anyway, do you want to enter Old Lagpa through this, or do you want to look around the wall a bit more, perhaps?
I
What do you
think
wanna
this is. I'm sure there are other places, but how far are you willing to take the chair?
I mean, yeah, maybe next time you can just give me a short little boost, perhaps.
I mean, there's a tree if you want to not fall going
I mean,
down the
right
wall.
now, if
but-
we're gonna cross in, yeah, I'll probably take the tree, but
Yeah.
I'm saying if we're gonna go around the wall, around the outside of Old Lagpa and just around the wall looking for more things, then I'd need a boost. But if we're jumping into Old Lagpa right over here,
I think we should just
Then-
jump in now. I think we
I-
wasted
you know
enough
what?
time here.
fuck it. So yeah, I'm on top of the wall, right?
And I'm not, by the way. So I'll just again, we were all having this conversation like this, but not. It's not too much, anyways.
So do you guys like
I
jump
also
in?
climbed. I climbed
Yeah.
the wall.
So we're both on the wall, and we both decide to go into Old Lagpa at the same time. So 3, 2, 1. Are we jumping in?
Yeah.
Alright, we're in. We're in Old Lagpa then.
All right, as you jump inside, immediately like the smell of the air is like all the feeling of the air also is very thick around you. Like you can feel the mist on your skin, on your face. The smell is very how do I say? It's not rotten per se, but it feels stale. Like it smells stale. The air smells very stale.
Smells
When
like
you
home.
land on the soil, it feels very squishy. You know, it's very not soft, but your feet kind of go in a few centimeters, like kind of inside.
Like muddy?
No, it's not wet. It's like normal, but it's
Okay.
black. It's darker color soil, like darker brown,
okay,
black.
yeah.
But when you walk on it, it almost feels like you're walking on sand. But it looks
But
like normal
is the
soil.
soil cold, warm? How does it feel?
I mean, I'm assuming you're wearing footwear, so you touch it with
We
your
can
hand.
touch.
Yeah, I wanna check what it. like-
Yeah, it doesn't feel like cold or warm or anything. Like it's how normal temperature soil would be.
Hmm.
So it's like walking on sand, you say, right? It's not.
It
It's not.
feels
It's
like
not quicksand per
almost-
se.
Yeah, it almost
it's not
feels
pulling us
like,
down.
No, not at all. It almost feels like you're walking on the beach, like the beach sand, the dry sand on the beach. But it looks like a darker version of the normal soil, the normal land that's there in the rest of the
Yeah.
town.
What does the mist smell like?
Stale is all you can gather. It's like nothing particular, but it smells old and stale, kind of a thing. And as you
It's like it's old Lagpa.
as you jump into, as you're like feeling this and everything, you hear the same voice in your head.
Ooh, new playthings want to play inside my house. Well, let's give them a good time.
Both of you, you know what? Yeah, no rolls for this because you won't be able to save it. So both of you, like your visions just go blank, dark. You do not see anything for a while, and you feel like you're being pulled from like both your hands. Like someone is pulling your right hand, someone is pulling your left hand, and both of you at the same time feel that you have been torn from the middle in like your bodies. Like that's the excruciating pain that you feel, but you can't really see anything. You can't really tell what's going on, but that's the pain that you feel. Now, as this has happened, we go to you guys in the inn.
Okay.
I would say that by this time, while all of this was happening, you guys were able to find a place to stay, like one of the resistance people's house or something like that. You do see Larni in the inn.
Do we eat the fake food? You know, you said there's like this food
that
we
comes
can
in?
eat and-
So like Larni did mention that it appears in their houses at night.
Okay.
So what is the time right now?
Right now, I would say it's around 9ish.
So dinner is over or dinner is not yet over?
I would say it is. Yeah, it is dinner time. And the way it
So we're
works
waiting
is,
for the food.
So the way it works is like the food appears and then there's no time limit. You can eat it like whenever.
Does it appear in the inn?
No, it doesn't appear in the inn. It appears on everyone's house. You can see that by this time, I would say while these guys were doing their own thing, you talked to Larni. You managed to like get a bed, like a house,
Yeah.
kind of a thing.
So do we
for
all
the
sleep
night.
in individual rooms?
Yes,
or-
in different houses,
Okay.
kind of a thing. And by now, people are like leaving the inn, which is because there's food that has appeared in their house now. So Larni is still in the inn with a few other people who have like black bands on their hand. If you guys want to discuss or
Can you? Who is my roommate? Who am I staying with?
You're alone with darkness.
you are staying with the same dwarf that accompanied you guys to the cattle thing. The
Okay,
demon.
I asked the dwarf, what is your name, young man?
Hold on, I haven't opened the list. He says, what's there in the name, Master Cleric? It's just
Oh, just courtesy of I'm sharing the house with you tonight.
fair,
for
and
the
you
sake
see him like just opening the door. It wasn't locked. He just opens you and just like, all right, welcome into my humble abode. And you see on the table, there's like a meal that's there, and it looks amazing. There's like chicken, like roast chicken. There's vegetable gravy kind of a thing. There's a salad. There's something that looks like a roti as well. Like it's an amazing meal that's put up in front of the table. And I would say Yama, Chandrika, and Bond, you guys are also like sharing the house with some people of the resistance as well. It's the same thing you see as well when you enter the house. There's like on the table, it's amazing looking, delicious looking food. But although there's so much food, all of you guys, you don't really smell it. It looks warm. It has the vapor and all rising from it, but you don't smell it.
The first thing I would want to do if I'm preparing to eat the food is, if there's any candle nearby, I go and extinguish it. I just put the candles out, and I say to the dwarf, forgive me, but I like to eat my food in darkness.
He just kind of looks at you and is like, alright, I guess, I mean, you are my guest for tonight, so suit yourself, I guess. I don't even know if I'll be seeing the rest of tomorrow, so yeah, cheers to darkness, I guess.
Cheers to Thomas.
Yeah, that too. And he just sits down and you just see blankly he just starts eating. He just eats whatever he can get his hands off. There's no real pattern that he's eating in. You know, there is roti, let's say there is roti, sabzi and rice and chicken and all of that, but he's just taking the roti and eating it with the rice or whatever he can get his hands on and is accessible and shit like that. What are you guys doing, Yama and Bond?
I think it's just I would just thank the host, whoever they are, and and then just start eating because because they know we haven't eaten in a while, and we would join them at the table and start eating.
So
but then if they say,
no, go ahead. If they say what?
If the same pattern like of them eating with random things, I would just be curious and ask, have you ever actually tasted these dishes, or do you know?
So the person that whose house you're staying in is a half orc, a male half orc. His name is Lakra, and he just looks at you, and you see him like his eyes kind of water up, but he's trying to maintain the smile on his face while eating it, and he says, "I don't even remember what food tastes like."
I try to sympathize with him, and throughout the meal, I explain what food actually tastes like back in my village while we continue eating.
I mean,
to help him remember what it could be and what it's going to be soon once we beat the entity.
He looks at you and is like, yeah, you know what? The hope of actually tasting the warm cooked food makes me even more confident in our cause. And I think we will win. You know what? We just might win.
Yeah, we definitely will win. You need to keep up hope.
Yeah. And he like looks at you and raises a glass which has ale or something, some drink, but of course nobody can taste it. He raises his and is like, to hope and to cooked food.
To hope.
Gulps it down. All right. What?
Just one person cheering with him.
Akhil, did you mention the name by the way?
House. I did not mention your person's name. You were with the dwarf.
That's why I didn't ask my name.
Yeah, I was with the dwarf.
The dwarf's name is Davij. Eavij.
Okay.
All right. Yama, are you doing anything before we head off to sleep?
Yeah, so Yama is kind of racist, we all know. So she demands that she gets her own room. She doesn't want to stay with dwarves because they annoy her with their height. So also Yama, I think she has this skill where she gets into a trance where she can meditate 4 hours a day, but she doesn't have to sleep.
Yes.
So what Yama plans to do is, while these people are asleep, she plans to actually get out, and she also has night vision to a certain aspect. So she decides to go around the town, trying not to get into trouble, but look around. So that's her plan for now, and she's kind of cut off from everyone else. And she's told Chandrika the plan that she's going to leave out at night. So only Chandrika knows, who's not here with us, sadly. So that's what Yama decides to do.
Alright, so I would say by this time you guys, you finished your meal, you are sleeping, and Yama also gets her own room as well as per the request. You are sleeping, Yama is meditating in her trance. Once your 4 hours are up, Yama, you get out of your meditation and you start walking around town. It's quiet, there's nothing much. There are torches on the roads, but for the most part, most houses are dark, assuming that people are now asleep. You are kind of roaming around and stuff. Suddenly, you feel this presence inside of your head, and you just fall to your knees, and you hear this voice in your the familiar voice of your patron go in your head, say, "Yama, my child. It's a late hour to actually walk around. Don't you
Oh
think?"
fuck, mommy. Yes. Sorry. But yes, go on.
What are you trying to do in this at this time in the night?
Mother, I am out to understand what's happening in this town.
I I have told you so many times not to call me. I'm not your mother. We have a purely professional relationship.
Father?
Maybe in some families, maybe, but no.
Okay. Yes. Mentor. Okay, whatever.
Yes, you do the work that I tell you to do, and in return, you get to look the way you look. Isn't that part of our plan?
Yes, it is. Uncle. Yes, uncle. Yes, it is.
Yeah. So I have something that you could do for me in this town.
What?
There is someone somewhere in this town who, let's just say, who needs to die, and you are going to make it happen to me. Are you not, my child?
Anything in exchange, uncle. But is there any way to know who this person is?
This particular person, of course, you will know them when you see them. But that is a pretty cliched thing to say, so I'm just gonna say that they are a prisoner in this particular town, and he is bald.
No one else bald here?
That's why I'm looking at my
And they say, well, not with that combination. Yama, a bald prisoner. I mean, you have been in this town for a day, and not many prisoners, I assume.
Yes, uncle. I will do that.
That's
Roger that.
that's like a good. What's the word that I'm looking for? Like a good puppet. You're muted, I think.
No?
Oh,
you
now I
lagged
can
a
hear
bit.
you.
A student would be better, no?
We already have our. What's the thing about a contract? Terms of the contract decided. And I don't think your designation matters as much as your looks. Don't you agree?
I wouldn't agree that because that's what our contract is based on. But yes, I will follow your orders. I will do it without hesitation.
That's good. That's actually good to hear. But yeah, now I hope you don't get killed tonight. I'll see you when the job is done, I guess.
Uncle, I do have a question.
There's no response.
No, like call disconnected sound, nothing.
No, there's silence in your head, and you feel the presence that had like interfered your mind is now gone.
Okay. Yes. So I continue looking around the town, poking around for cues. And I'm kind of like confused and shaken because why this town? It seems like a pretty normal, not very dangerous town, but filled with dumb people. That's a different thing. But I still try to go around.
All right. As you go around, yeah, the night, like the streets are pretty quiet. There's not really anything happening around. For the most part, most of the houses are dark. There's no sort of light or anything. Nothing of interest that you find apart from when you come towards this particular area, like the entrance, the open entrance towards Old Lagpa. And if you see into like that entrance, you see the mist, the smoke that you have noticed before as well. But in there, you before you had noticed that there are a few houses or some structures in there. You see light in there, like there's flickering lights in there, which are right now. I think it's right now what, like 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. in the night. So yeah, it's like the rest of the town that you are in. There's no light at all. There's the torches on the road, but there are flickering lights